I don't know about you guys, but I'm very, very excited for the Oklahoma-Texas Red River rivalry game coming up in a few weeks. This should be a really, really good football game. Oklahoma's had two close games, Tulane in the season opener, and then last week with Nebraska. Two teams that Oklahoma should have blown out, to be honest with you, but they couldn't. And Texas got destroyed by Arkansas a couple of weeks back, but they're up 42-14 at halftime against their rival, Texas Tech, and they really look like a good football team. They look way better than what they did with Tom Herman there. This should be a really good game. I'm excited to see this one. It's very difficult to pick a winner. Oklahoma has dominated the series as of late. Texas hasn't beaten them since 2018 when Kyler Murray was there. That's been a little while. Since then, Texas has lost the rematch that year in the Big 12 championship. They lost in 2019 with Jalen Hurts, and then they lost last year with Spencer Rattler. But Texas looks better right now than they ever have with Tom Herman. So, and the thing is, Oklahoma, I'm sure they're a really good football team. They're a top 3 team, top 5 team, quality team. Offensively, they're very explosive as always. Defensively, they're not elite, but they're pretty good. They're better than they have been as well. But the problem is they let teams hang in there too much. It could have costed them with Tulane. Could have costed them with Nebraska. The question is, will it cost them against Texas? And remember, Texas has a really good offense also. They're not quite as explosive, but the running game is really good. The passing game looks awesome also. But Bijan Robinson for Texas, look out for that guy. He can throw, he can catch the ball in open space. He can run the ball really well. He breaks tackles. He can run routes really good. He's fast. He's powerful. He's very hard to tackle. So that's going to give Texas a big chance to win that game against Oklahoma. And Texas's defense looks better than it ever has. I could kind of ignore the Arkansas game to an extent. I know Texas's defense isn't elite, but it's not bad like it was with Tom Herman there. So Texas can win this game. They really can. Oklahoma, like I said, they're undefeated. I'm sure they could have beat Arkansas, but the close games, letting teams hang around, that worries me. And I'm a Texas fan, so I'm going to go with Texas in this game. I think Texas pulls off the upset. I think it's clear that Oklahoma's going to be the better football team, but the problem is Oklahoma's going to might have a few penalties. I think Oklahoma will turn the ball over at least 2 to 3 times. Texas is going to play a really clean football game, much like they're doing with Texas Tech right now. I think they won't be able to stop Bijan Robinson. Thompson, Texas's new quarterback, is going to play really well. I think Texas's offensive line will hold up against Oklahoma's defense, and I think Texas's defense will play well enough to win this game. I think Texas wins this game 38-34. I think Oklahoma is going to give up a last-second or last-minute touchdown with a couple of seconds left. Oklahoma's going to go down the field just because they're so explosive, but they will not be able to score a touchdown to win this game. Texas 38, Oklahoma 34. That's my prediction.